the brain, the mind, the kid that brought you the Harry Potter series, there is a new movie hitting our shores in November this year. I believe it's called Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. And we've got a little treat for you. Roll the film. But it's so much better if you were actually at the Christopher Pop.
They're not like you and me. There's a hidden society that goes back centuries.
Yesterday, a wizard entered New York with a case full of magical creatures. And unfortunately, some have escaped. It was open to suspicion.
Containments of the Blue War.
I want to be a wizard.
Right, yes, so that movie, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, will go in here in New Zealand, Thursday, 7th of November.
Yes!
Right, commercial requirement completed. Take the photos. Good, excellent, fantastic. Let's bring us to our next guests. Let's be honest, they made us laugh and have a variety of pranks and jokes. They made us solemnly swear that we were up to no good. And I'm pretty sure they all made us feel something with their bravery and sacrifice in the last battle. Auckland, put your hands together, give a warm New Zealand welcome to Oliver and James Phelps, also known as the
Hello.
Hi!
Thanks for coming.
You more here than I thought it'd be.
You're in the top row as well. Hello, on the top row. Excellent, excellent. This isn't as good as it gets, so yeah. Feel free to make noise, be happy, be fun, enjoy your bank holiday weekend. And yeah, let's get started.
All right, if you've got a question for either our guests or both of our guests, you know the drill. We've got our two microphone holders, just push up a little bit. Phipps, Anthony, go stand in line in the front row so we don't get any feedback. And let's start with you. You push that young lady out of the way. You're just like, no, you just threw the elbow. You didn't. I'm going to ask a question first. All right. First question, left here. We'll go left, right, make it nice and easy. Take it away.
Was it hard to act at the same time?
Very good question. A little bit, but should we just rehearse it? So the scenes where the dialogue was that was pretty much just, we had to rehearse that a couple of times just to make sure it's all easy. Is that right? Yes.
Hi. What was your favourite spell and why?
I thought I was going to get away with not saying anything. My favourite spell would be, like, what I would use in real life. Yeah. Be like a lot more, because I'm always getting in trouble in the hotel room. Mine isn't actually a spell, if I can cheat. It's something from the world, which would be a portkey. Because I was travelling for about 26 hours to get here. And that sucked. So if you could just touch something and then you'd be there right away, I think that would be my
I was just wondering, what is the best twin prank you got away with? That no one caught you? Because there are a few, they always caught you though, because I know there are some from in my twin that they've not, even our mum doesn't know about.
Yeah, that's not really, I don't know, we didn't really do that many, did we? Your twin
I'm
pranks.
talking throughout your whole life, like at
Yeah.
intermediate school, we wore different clothes in swap classes and no one knew. And we were in different clothes.
Right. No.
Even our clothes were not identical. So, yeah.
Okay, I guess one that we did to a degree, well, it's more tricking how to tell the difference with each other, was that because we never actually used to switch and pretend to be one and be the other, it was more, because that was an easy way of pranking. So we just went a bit more away. So one was how to tell the difference. And there was this lady who used to work on the films. On the first movie, she asked, how's the best way to tell the difference? And I said, well, I've got a mark here where I was shot by a farmer. It's actually a chicken pox mark from when I was a kid, but I said I was shot by a farmer for trespassing. Oh, okay. So then, 5 years later, Mum and Dad were visiting the set, and she said to my dad, oh, I know how to tell the difference because James said he got shot by a farmer. And to which my dad was saying, pardon? And so yeah, for 5 years she believed that.
So welcome to New Zealand, and my name is Faith, and I grew up watching the Harry Potter movies, and I grew up reading the books, and I would just like to say, what is your favorite quote from all movies?
Well, mine would be mischief managed.
Morning.
Make my whole day. Can I please have like the quickest high five?
We can't get down there, but I'm sorry.
If you go and see them at their autograph table later on, they might be able to give you one then.
Hi. Harry Potter was my childhood. I've read the book series over 12 times.
12?
Yeah. I really like the books. I was just wondering, because you guys are my favorite characters, and I cried a lot during Reed's death scene. I was wondering.
Sorry for the spoiler there.
I was wondering how it was to film it.
Very easy for me.
It was different, I thought. The day of filming it was, like, you know, you're going to be filming that scene, and for some reason I thought in my head that it would be a closed set, it's called, so there's literally one cameraman, director, and the actors, that's it. Instead I get to the Great Hall, and it's packed with everybody there, and I was speaking with Julie Walters about it before, and asking her what's the best way to get into that mindset. She was like, the best thing to do is to make it real. Like, if you can get that into your head, or go to a memory when you've experienced something like that. So, okay, fine. So I did that, and then just before they start filming, the makeup girl comes over with some eucalyptus spray and sprays it in my eye, and that made me cry more than anything. And then, that was it. So we did 3 takes. That was about it. And then off we went to lunch, left James on the floor asleep. No, we did. And then that was it. But since then, like, you see, I don't think a week goes by without someone putting on Instagram or something like that a picture of the death scene, and there's this huge monologue underneath of how it was so soul-searchingly hard. At the end of it, we hugged and embraced and told how much we love each other, and all this didn't happen like that. So it's very much like, okay, that was cool, on to the next.
Thank you.
Hey, so earlier this year, I met Natalia Tin, and I did like a boring photo shoot. So we faked a wedding, and she said it was exactly what she wanted for a photo shoot. And it got me thinking, like, do you guys, because you take 100 photos a day, sort of thing, is there anything that you ever thought, this is exactly what I want when a fan takes a photo with me?
I think for me, the main moment is when people are leaving. And again, and then emphasise, that sounds terrible. But it's very much like you see the joy on their face. You see like that moment has meant so much to them, and that's just fantastic. And for me, that's the best moment, because the worst thing we could do is, but you see people, you've heard of people who go to like photographs and they're just like, someone walks in around and out they go. So at least we try and think if we can make it as personal as anything, and they have as much good time as we do when we come out, because it's an ego trip for us. It's brilliant. Like, this is amazing.
One of my favourite photo op memories of, it's a bit bizarre, but we're doing one in Australia actually, and we're waiting to go.
Another country.
So all of a sudden we're waiting to start. I said, okay, bring him in. And this guy came in dressed as Squirtle from Pokemon. Like, bigger than me. And he had the head there and he was like, hey, how's it going? And he goes, oh, hang on 1 second. Put the head on, so he's just fully like a Squirtle standing next to him. And so we had the photo with Squirtle. Then he takes the head off. He's like, thanks. Were you smiling under there? He's like, oh, of course, yeah. That was quite a memorable moment.
Just first of all, I want to say welcome to New Zealand. I'm sure we're all very happy to have you. I wanted to know if you could date any of the characters in Harry Potter, which one would it be?
No, you don't know.
No, really. Who's good looking? No idea. I've never been asked that question before. So. Hence the awkward silence. I've got an answer, I'm afraid. I can't even think. I have no answer.
Thanks anyway.
Hi, I just want to say that the Weasley twins are my favourite characters in Harry Potter. And I was just wondering, what's your favourite twins moment in the whole series?
Probably in the fourth movie when they put their names into the Goblet of Fire. That was a lot of fun. I mean, to film it was fun because we got to do play up the big egos of the characters, and then we also did stunts during that as well where they get thrown back. So everything about that was just fun to do. Does that be mine?
Yes. I'm normally full more information. Yeah, I was going to say the same thing.
No, come on, you got it.
Or, because it's on every Christmas Day in the UK, the very first movie when they run through the wall. Because that was one of the first time we were on screen, and it was pretty awesome to look back at it. I remember that we filmed it in December, and obviously it's supposed to be filmed in September, so in the UK, all the way around. So it's really cold filming it. So we're all just there like running through. There's people in short sleeves and stuff, but that was my favourite.
If you could play any other character in the Harry Potter films, obviously you're twins, so sort of you have to be the Weasleys, but if you weren't and you could play anyone else, who would you play?
Not the Patel twins, anyway.
George?
He's the best one anyway.
Because he lives.
Exactly. I quite like Creature. He's a lot like me early in the morning sometimes. So like that.
Hey guys, my name's Sumner, and I was just wondering, because I went and got a photo before with you guys, and you guys both smell really nice.
Security! Security!
And what do you use?
tell you, I just grab a deodorant and go with it. But good question, never been asked that before.
Hi, I was just wondering how you decided who's going to be free from individuals.
We didn't actually decide it, but the story of how we found out is a bit interesting because we did the audition process, and then that's about 5 or 6 auditions, and then we were given the part, and then before a filming starts you do something called a read-through, which when the whole cast come and read through the script. So 10 minutes to go, Oliver and I still don't know who's playing Fred and who's playing George. So we went over to Janet, who was the head casting director, and we said, Janet, just a quick question, who's playing who? And she was like, good one. No, really, who's playing who? Oh, okay. So she went away and she started speaking to David Hayman, the producer, J.K. Rowling, and Chris Columbus, the director. Came back and said, right, well, James, you're Fred, Oliver, you're George. So I like to think that they were like, well, you didn't get the memo from the big meeting we had. How did you not get that? But I'm more guessing it was like,
First off, thanks for making the trip down here, and that's a pretty big flight. Secondly, did you guys get to keep anything from the set? And if so, what is your favorite thing? And if not, what did you wish you could take away?
you don't work for Warner Brothers, do you? So I didn't take anything.
I think the one thing I wish I could have kept was my wand, because every character's wand was different, like, to their character, and yeah, that was the one thing they were. The one thing they were like, no, you can't have that. So you come off set and they carry the prop guy over there and you put it in a little suitcase. But that was the one thing I wish I could have had. What I did have, in theory, anyone who's recording this and watching from America, was a bag from Weasley's joke shop. So I've got that framed on my wall. And George's fake ear as well. Which, if anyone ever comes round to the house to do some work, or, you know, they look at that and they think, I won't rush this guy for money. It's all good, anything like that.
I've actually got one of the Skiving snack boxes, which is pretty cool. Have you? Not many people know that. Yeah, so it's again, it's just a cool thing, and it also shows just the detail that went into making the props in general. Because I used to think when you see a film, if someone's holding a map, for example, it could be any map, and that's it. No one's going to check. But in doing these movies, especially, you see the detail that goes into it. So for the Skiving snack boxes, or even a better example would be, do you remember there's a scene in, I think it's the 5th movie, when Fred and George one of them has a suitcase, which has Weasley and Weasley written on it.
Yeah, I've got the suitcase as well.
I've got a suitcase, I said that right. But inside that was all Weasley and Weasley props inside it. Even though you're never going to see it because the thing never gets open, it only gets open once, but that just goes into the detail that they had behind every prop. So, yeah, the Skiving snack box actually has a lot of the Skiving snack sweets inside.
I still can't believe you guys don't know that.
Hey guys, so I just wondered, did the directors ever get you guys confused? And what was your favourite movie out of the Harry Potter movies? And why?
Right. Yes, they did get us confused. Quite a lot of people do, or especially when we're all in the Weasley's outfit and stuff. In terms of films to watch or to film?
I guess both.
Okay, but to make, the Goblet of Fire was probably my favourite one to make because we had just the best time. It was a slightly longer filming process anyway, so we were filming a lot more, with our hair down, we were out doing God knows what elsewhere, and it was brilliant, so much fun, like learning how to dance with your ball scene, filming on all these different locations and stuff, so, and the camaraderie on the set was just so memorable. I mean, all of them are very memorable in their own way, but that's the first one I always think of when I think of Harry Potter as the fourth film.
Mine would be probably the first movie probably to make, because everything was new. I was learning all the time on what everyone, like how many people were there, or just everything. It was so over-inspiring. But one of my favourite could be the third movie, probably, The Prisoner of Azkaban. I really enjoyed that one.
Hi, thank you for being here. I wanted to ask if there was a Fred and George trait from the books that you wish had made it into the movies.
For me, it would be the swan. The whole swan sequence from the fourth film, the fourth book. That would have been... I read it thinking, oh, it's going to be awesome. And then read the script like, oh no. that would be my favourite. What could it be?
Yeah, I'd say the same, to be honest with you. Same reason, but we kind of like jokingly, why isn't it there? We asked it, and they said, basically, if the first movie, if they had everything from the book in the film would be 7 hours long. So we'd probably still be filming the fifth movie around about now. So you kind of understand.
Hi, my name's Chelsea. I just wanted to say I love Harry Potter. I have 2 Harry Potter tattoos. Me and my sister actually have a matching one. I guess my question was, what was your very favorite scene that you filmed in all of the movies, and what was your least favorite scene you filmed?
Favourite scene? The one we said earlier, isn't it? Yeah. Which was the...
I love how you're paying attention.
I still can't believe you got a snack box, that's the worst bit. The favourite scene would be when we were filming the first scene, when Fred and George go on the train for the first time. See, I was listening, and your one was when Fred and George and then your one was when Fred and George put their name in the hat, and then, what was your final question? The least favourite? Wasn't that hat? The goblet of fire. I saw a massive hat over there, so yeah, that's right. And then there was the least favourite scene, probably Quidditch in the third film, because we were soaking wet, and you're not moving at all, you're on like a computer-generated, there's blue screen everywhere, and you're on a broomstick on a moving... I'd be terrible at description of like a criminal, what they look like. So you're on like a broomstick, and it's on a moving trackway and everything like that, but you're pretty much harnessed to it because it does all this movement so you don't fall off. But because it was supposed to be played in the rain, before each take they come up with some water and just... So that would probably be the least favourite, yeah.
My least favourite would be... I can remember one scene we did in a courtyard, and we were just walking. And again, it's supposed to be in the summer, but we were filming in like November in the UK, which is probably about 6 degrees, if that. And you're walking through, it's so cold. Oh, come on, it's summer, come on! Action. I remember just being so cold, everyone just ran to these things called red rags, which are like the heaters just in between takes just to warm up, and I was trying to be so cold doing that. But as jobs go, it's not the worst thing to complain about.
Hello. If you were a chair, who would you want to sit on you and why?
Get behind your DJ box and stay there. Gentlemen, you may defer if you do not wish to answer.
Yeah, I got no answer for that one. I like sitting on chairs, I can't say I want to be one. Probably.
No, I'm good.
Guys, is it difficult being twins in the acting world? Do you find yourselves having to compete with each other for solo roles? If you go for solo roles?
Yeah, it can be. It can be. It's a bit easier than being a chair. Yeah, I mean, you do get that for a bit, especially being like twin actors doing such a big thing like Potter, that you do find that some people are a bit, oh, but they're twins. No, there's two of them, maybe we go for a part singly. But we do that, not necessarily go for the same part, but we do, do stuff separately as well.
Wondering, sorry. What is your favourite part of New Zealand, like, that you visited?
Well, I got here on Sunday, so I travelled down. I'm terrible at place names here, because they're not like place names in England, so... Taipo? Is that a place? Yeah, Taipo, yeah. So I did the bungee there on Monday, and then I did the Alpine crossing on Tuesday, which was amazing. And then I did the Waramo cave? And to be honest with you, I've loved all of them. And Auckland as well, since I've been here. I jumped off the Sky Tower as well. Not that I've got a death wish or anything. But to be honest, I've loved all of it. It's such a pretty country, and everyone's so engaging and welcoming. I've had a really great time, so I can't actually pinpoint a specific place. But Oliver's been there all over the place, so maybe you can...
Yeah, I came, so it's my second time here. I was here about this time last year, I came on my honeymoon, so we did quite a lot. It's awesome place for a honeymoon, because you actually like doing stuff the whole time. It's awesome. But so we did quite a lot in the North Island as well, pretty much where James went, but we kept going right around to Rotorua, smelled the egg, and then flew down to Christchurch, and then did the Transalpine crossing. That was awesome. Lake Tekapo down there, that was just stunning. And there's a part down there where there's no artificial light available, but you can't have any. And we went on a night gazing thing, which is, I've never seen the sky so purely in my life. It is, it really is, it's awesome. And then there's, where else? I'm sorry, I work for the New Zealand Tourist Board now. Then there's Queenstown further down, which is good fun.
Yeah, but where's your favourite?
I did play golf the other day at Cowrie Cliffs, which was amazing. That's like in the Northland. That was awesome. Yeah, but I'm not saying it's the best.
Hi, in the Harry Potter films, who are the favourite actors that you like working with the most?
Good question. I guess that we always had really good fun with Rupert, because he had the best dressing room. So, but the three of us would normally be in there in between takes, getting up to initiative pretty much. So yeah, probably Rupert, to be honest with you. But in general, we're all good mates. Like the best way to describe it is when you go to like university or whatever, and then you don't see each other for a while, but then when you still keep in contact, that's the best way to describe it.
We're planning a trip based around Harry Potter. Can you give us any advice for when we see the Cursed Child in London and when we go to the Wizarding World in LA?
Oh, that is a trip. Advice?
I haven't seen The Cursed Child yet. I'm seeing it in a couple of weeks when I get home, so I can't give you any advice on that one. LA? I don't know, sun cream?
There's a lot to do all around. So where are you going on the trip?
Destinations include the Wizarding World in LA, we're going to Leedston Studio Tour, Cursed Child, obviously, as well as Italy, Germany, France, and Italy.
Okay. Everyone's really jealous about that.
All based around Harry Potter and Favourite.
Cool, yeah, no, I can't really give you any advice, but it sounds like a great trip, so I'm jealous.
Over all the years of filming the Harry Potter movies, did you have time to do anything else? And tonight are you going to watch the All Blacks versus Australia?
To answer the first question, yes. And to answer the second question, yes. We did get a chance to do other things while we were filming Potter, which was good fun. mainly what was also good about it is because we had to dye our hair ginger when we were filming. Good thing. Once when we had different colour hair, brown hair, that kind of opened people like other casting directors were like, oh, they're not naturally ginger, put them into this part, and that kind of worked. But yes, and then Oliver and I are actually going to go to Eden Park tonight, so I'm really looking forward to that.
Hi, I'm Grace, big fan. I was just wondering, I have a brother of my own, and I was wondering if you have any prank tips.
Can I just...
Very serious.
Can I just reiterate the point we're not liable for anything?
It's okay. He's
Everyone
up
wants to
there,
witness
so, yeah.
Okay. So he's going to know the prank now?
Yeah. But he won't see it coming, so I'll wait a few weeks and then bam.
I mean, there's classic ones like putting cling film all around the door frame and screaming for him to come in the next room. What else?
The best one I did on Oliver, which he really didn't enjoy, was when we had a big snowstorm.
Oh, I did that to you. Hang on, don't turn this around.
And I thought it'd be funny just to block up his whole door with snow. And then when he opened it, you just heard a James!
You know, it's like it's the other way around.
Hi, Milana. I used to call myself Milana Potter. My question is, how do people treat you at school after the Philosopher's Stone was released? Like we treat like big celebrities?
No, that's good. No, I think in one way that's a cool thing, is that very much things stayed the same. We weren't necessarily there that much after a while, because we would be away filming. But no, on the whole, nothing changed at all, which is quite cool. But it is quite funny now though, when if we're out and about and we'll see someone who used to go to school with us, who didn't give us the time of day, and then all of a sudden they're there with a girl, who's, oh, I know those guys. No, you don't.
Hello. I was just going to ask, what were your relationships with the other cast members, and are there any gigantic personality differences between you two?
So I guess we're all just good mates. That's the best way to describe it, is because we're all piled into the same thing at the same time, so everyone's got the same relationship with what's going on, and we kind of all look out for each other, which was quite a cool thing to be a part of. Differences between the two of us, correct me if I'm wrong, he's a lot more serious than I am. Yeah?
Organised, I think would be that phrase.
But yeah, I'd say that'd be I'm a bit more chilled out than he's.
Organised.
Hey, my name is Sahara, and I just have one question for you guys. Individually, what were your most embarrassing moments anytime on set? Like, what is the one thing I can think of? You're like, oh my god, I can't believe I did this, accidentally, on purpose, or whatever.
And think, let's share it with a room full of people. Mine would be actually in the second film, and we were filming in a courtyard, and we had to run across, we were all in our Quidditch gear, and we had to run across the courtyard, and running, the broom got caught between my back leg, and over I went. Not a good look, not a good look at all. Yeah, not a good look.
Quite an embarrassing thing for me was when, in the fourth movie, when there's, in the World Cup, and when, you know, the Death Eaters come to the campsite and it's all on fire and everything. Well, in between each take when everything was on fire, the guys would come and put the fires out. So I was standing there and all of a sudden this guy sprayed me, because I think he just saw red out the corner of his eye. Like doused me in water. Which I love, and there's no film of it, which is really annoying. So exactly, it's very fresh in my memory. I think I'm scarred for life on it. So that was, I'd say that was up there.
Hi, just wondering. I read somewhere that you guys are both football fans from Birmingham. So which one of you supports Miller, and which one of you supports the wrong team?
Exactly. Yeah, right answer. Yeah. No, I'm a Villa fan. James is a Birmingham fan. Those of you who don't know, we're massive sports fans. So it's pretty cool to be able to follow wherever we go around the world.
That's fun. So another question is, so with the derby coming up, what do you think the score's going to be? And is there going to be any bets, anything going on with that, kind of banter going on?
There'll be definitely banter going on. Well, abuse probably, not banter. I reckon 2-0 Villa. Yeah, go for it. Bruce going back.
I think Birmingham will win 1-0 in the last kick of the game, just to really dig it in.
Yeah, so penalty, red card, that kind of thing.
Yeah, but unfortunately I'm travelling home, and while I'm travelling is over that game, so I'm just going to have to turn my phone, everything off. Yeah. And I may just text my dad just to say, is it worth watching this or not? But yeah, we'll see.
Okay, sweet. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hi guys. So I went to the studios in London this time last month, and all the sets looked so amazing. And I was wondering, who was the biggest prankster on set? Obviously, apart from you guys. And what was your favourite set to film on over the course of the movies?
I think the actual set to film on, the Great Hall, because it was just awesome. Like when you go on the tour and you walk in the first time, that's what we had. It hasn't changed really at all. But to see how it is now when you go there and it's all proper and they've got the tables set up and everything, it looks all awesome. We've done everything in there, from the filming the feast scenes to riding segways in there, BMXs, playing football, all in there, you know. What a great time. That'd be my favourites. Yeah.
I actually remember trying to drop kick a rugby ball into the cauldrons underneath. That was cool. That was pretty fun. But pranksters, Rupert probably, he was involved in some stuff as well.
Thank you.
Hello, there we go. Sorry about that. I was just wondering, which was your favourite live set location to film in? So for example, like Lake Abbey or Durham Cathedral. I was just wondering which was your favourite.
Me personally, it was actually in Gloucester Cathedral, which we filmed in quite a few cathedrals, but Gloucester's is a town where my family's from, so I kind of know it anywhere, and we go and watch the rugby team play quite often, so that was kind of like semi-home turf for us with the rest of the crew. But I mean, King's Cross as well, that was pretty cool when they pretty much shut down half the station for us to film there. That was good fun.
Yeah. And when we filmed in Oxford as well, at one of the old colleges, that was in the fourth movie actually, when McGonagall was teaching Ron how to dance. So that whole scene there, that's filmed in Oxford.
One last thing, sorry. I was wondering which house you two think are in.
I was
characters.
Yeah, I was actually sorted into Hufflepuff.
I got away with being in Gryffindor, I suppose, because I've already got the tie. So yeah, it's alright.
Okay, thank you very much.
Hi there guys. Obviously you guys do a lot of fan meet and greets and interactions, and I was just wondering, what's the weirdest thing a fan's ever given you, or what's the weirdest fan interaction you've ever had?
A wedding ring. It wasn't for me. It wasn't for me.
What you're wearing?
But it was not this one. It was a guy was actually, he came up to us about at the start of the morning. He came over and he said, it was in the States somewhere, and he said, right, basically guys, you're my girlfriend's favourite characters in anything ever, and I want to propose to her. Can you help me out with this? So then, pressure. But, okay. So the guy came like he came over before and then like slipped the box to me, and it was as she was fangirling over Oliver. And then when she turned around to me and she's like, I've got a question. I said, I think he's got a question for you actually. So then gave the ring to him, to then him to propose to her. So that was pretty cool, but a very... She said yes. She said yes. But it's quite a surreal moment to be a part of someone's life, I guess, like that.
Hey, you know how life as an actor can get really difficult? So what is the best piece of advice that you have received?
Keep going with it. And it's that simple, but when we were filming, we were chatting with, you've got so many cool older actors who were on the films, and you can pick their brains about certain stuff. And the one advice what they all do is just keep going for it, keep believing it.
What was your favourite dream, and what was your weirdest dream? And if you could be any character in any movie, who would you be?
Weirdest dream? Yeah. Can't even answer that one. Well, I let you in too much. If I could be a character in any movie, what's a good one? Predator.
Not too much makeup needed then.
Yes.
Yes. I shouldn't have said that. Definitely something in one of the Captain America films. I love watching those things.
I'm Josh, and I was just wanting to know, what's the most dickish thing that you guys have ever done on set or otherwise?
I can't hear your language there, Josh.
I convinced a girl once that she was getting her car towed and crushed. That was pretty, yeah.
Explain, go on.
We laugh about it now. Basically, she tried to have a bit of a prank back and forth. She was one of the makeup girls on set, and okay, I'll get you. So the best thing with the prank is you leave it, waste some time. And then she was going away, we had a 6-week hiatus, and she was going away to the English coast. And I knew that she was going to this town, so when she got back, I got her car registration details from the car park, wrote down a full script, and then got someone she didn't know to call her, pretending to be from the car parking authority, saying, your car is still parked there, you owe us £1,000. She's 18, minimum wage. She's like, no, it's not me, it's not me. Is this your registration? But yes, were you at this car park? Yes. And we were recording the whole thing at this point as well. And we can see her through the window of the studios in her room, just scream down the phone, no, it's not me. And yeah, and then we ended up Bluetoothing that to the whole place. That was pretty bad. I'm not a nice person.
Who was your favourite Hogwarts professor?
Quite a few. Dumbledore, I guess. But Gambon, who played Dumbledore, is one of the funniest men I've ever met in my life. So, yeah, probably him.
I think Professor Lockhart.
Hi, I'm Karen. I was just wondering, if you could be any magical creature in the Harry Potter world, what would you be and why?
You've already answered creature, so that's useful.
That's useful, yeah.
I don't know. A snitch? It's got wings, so I guess that counts. The centre of attention at a sports game, always the dream. I don't know, I've never been asked that question, so I'm trying to think of it on the spot. Probably a hippogriff. They're pretty cool.
Good choice. Thank you.
What was it like working with Alan Rickman?
Yeah, it's pretty cool because, like growing up, we watched him in so much stuff, and then from filming, he was really. At first, you think he's a bit imposing in the whole snake bath and everything. But once you get talking to him, he's the nicest chap, really, really top bloke, and he was always there for advice if we ever need to talk about anything. Yeah, fantastic guy.
Hey, I'm Malika. What was the best prank anyone's managed to ever pull you guys?
We've been pretty lucky, to be honest with you. No one's really got close, to my knowledge. I can't think of. Can you?
I don't know. One person once took my wallet and pretended that it had been stolen, but I kind of knew that he'd done it because he was paying too much attention about my wallet. So I made out that I cancelled everything.
and like everything had gone. I couldn't get home because my driving license was in it, everything else. Turned it on him, took his wallet.
Thank you.
Hey guys, so when you adapt a book into a movie, obviously you have to leave some stuff out. My question is, of all the stuff they left out from the final cut, from the books, which would you wish that they kept it in the movies? For example, my one is, I wish they kept the life and lives of Albus Dumbledore in Deathly Hallows. So which one is yours that they left out you wish they kept?
It's kind of a, I think they've not necessarily left out, but they could have put in, like almost done a back story to it. There's one line in the first book when Mrs. Weasley's saying to Fred and George, "I don't need bloody belly toilets again." If they could say that, but say just before it or later on, a toilet blows up or something like that, that would be cool. That's a good answer, thank you. That's it. Finding form at the end. I guess the same. Yes.
Nice to meet you guys.
No, you carry on. I'm glad I don't have to play though. That was me.
Now, thank you. What was the most challenging and frustrating and stressful experience you had on the Harry Potter thing?
Challenging and stressful experience. As silly as it sounds, if you're doing a scene and someone or all of you get the giggles, that is so annoying, especially when it's you who's giggling. So there's one scene in the 5th movie when they're all in the room of requirement and they'll get discovered. And they break in and you can see everyone in the room of requirement. And the shock was like everyone in there kind of like standing stunned or shocked or whatever, and it pans on everyone's face. And so we're doing that, and there's Oliver, myself, Rupert, and I think Will Melling standing in one particular part. And as the camera's panning through, one of us, without meaning to, will just go, and everyone's just like, cut, go again. And then when you think you've got it, because you think, in your head you're thinking, I'm not smiling, this is going well, it's going. Then you did. So that was really, really annoying. Yes, that'd be good. Good answer.
Thank you.
Is there any other movie? Is there any Harry Potter movies or scenes that you would like to act again because it was fun?
Yeah, I touched on it earlier, the Yule Log scene in the Goblet of Fire, because we actually filmed that just before Christmas. So it was all, actually I think it was the week before Christmas, if I'm right saying. And we've been learning to do, like, to dance, ballroom dance for about 3 weeks every day before that. So I'm really happy it was in for about 2 seconds in the film. So, but just that whole week was absolutely amazing, the whole thing. We had all these cool outfits, and apart from Ron, his outfit wasn't that cool.
Hi guys, I'm Nikita. I was in the photo with you guys before and I kind of couldn't stop crying. I just wanted to ask, like, have you guys ever gone on like a double date together with like friends and just like swapped? So thank you.
What a horrible thing to do.
Hi, I travelled all the way here from England, obviously, and I stopped in Hong Kong on the way. I was wondering if you went to anywhere interesting like that before?
On the way here?
Yeah.
I actually flew via Dubai for an hour and a half, and then got on the plane and went straight here. But as soon as I landed, I went to the north, to the Bay of Islands, and all around there. So that was, the scenery was actually amazing. Yeah, it's cool. one really cool thing about what we've been able to do in doing these movies is travel. So like you say, we've been to Hong Kong, which is really cool. Actually, one memory of when we were in Hong Kong, we actually did the last premiere in Hong Kong. Or one of the premieres was in Hong Kong, but they did it right outside the main stock exchange. And apparently, so we were told later on that if you see the stock market,
It was the next day in the news.
the next day in the news, there was a dip between 12 and 12:30, or it dipped, and that was when they figured out that's at about 11:45 or something. That's when we were doing like a signing. Hey, and all these guys had come out of the office to get photos for their kids.
So technically, we influence world trading.
Okay, we're going to have time for one more question. First, now don't forget they're back again on Monday. So one more question, no pressure, but better be good.
Hello, my name's Jenny. I love you guys, but the only person that loves you guys more than me would have to be my sister Christina. She has anxiety and she couldn't come today, so I was wondering if you could please call her and say hi. Off my phone, obviously.
Yeah, we can do
We can
that.
do it after if you want to.
We'll do it after, yeah.
Have you got a question? Do you have a question?
Okay, take the question.
Hi, my name's Kristen. I'm from and I never thought I'd ever get to meet anyone from the Harry Potter cast. So I was wondering, when you were younger, did you ever think you were going to act in a film together?
Yeah, no, to be
What's
honest,
your dream like to be an actor in it?
it was never on my radar, to be honest with you. I think I always wanted to be a firefighter as a kid. And we pretty much just, actually the week before we went for our first audition at school in the UK, when you're your third year in secondary schools, when you choose your, I don't know if it's the same over here, but you choose what subjects you're going to do for the rest of your school. And the drama teacher said to me, don't take drama because you don't have a career in it. So the week after we went for our audition for Harry Potter, and 16 years here we are in Auckland. So yeah, it was never really on my radar, to be honest with you, but it's one of those right place, right time moments.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Inspiring.
Thank you very much.
Well, that's just what you know about the photo. Check your schedules, be able to find out where these guys are, when they're doing it, and of course, they'll be back here on the main stage at 1 o'clock on Monday. Tonight they will be cheering on the All Blacks, so Auckland, join me in showing your appreciation once again.